Welcome to the bold analysis. The whereabouts of Martha Wangari Karua, Raila Odinga's presidential running mate in the last general election, has been in the lips of many Kenyans. And after successfully forming the Kamwene grouping that Kalonzo Musyoka really opposed, Martha Karua seems to have taken a low profile, even though he's been attending Azimio Council meeting and also very strategic press briefings. Now today, one of our subscribers just sent me a video I want us to play here, and he actually drew my attention by telling me that there is something that Martha Karua is communicating, and maybe unless we pay attention to it, that message may never get back. So I will also just do exactly that so that we find out what is the message Martha Karua is telling the country. And this is a message about his personal security details. I want you to just take a minute and watch that video, but before that, I want to humbly request you to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our video. I'm shooting this video on 2nd of March 2024 and this is my birthday. So all the March babies, happy birthday to you. Yes, so I realized we share some birthdays a couple of our subscribers up they were getting, and I'm also happy. Yeah, my third floor is looking good and we thank God for that. May you subscribe to our channel as a gift. Yes, we normally say that it's about the brand. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a video that has elicited a debate. And this is the video I want you to watch twice. That video is actually now trending in social media. There are some observations that I want us to analyze from that video, and these are some of the, this is part of the message that the person who shared that video to me just notified me about. This, by the way, was shared by Mr. Patrick. Yes, Mr. Patrick, yes. So, let me mention the second name, that's where I'm struggling. Now, some few observations, just a casual analysis on that video. Number one, if you look at the camera angle, the person holding the camera, and that's not a camera, that video seems to have been shot by a phone and then cropped. And it's actually, if you look at it, it's a portrait. It's a landscape. Yes, it's a landscape video. Now, the person holding the phone is sitting in the co-driver's seat next to Martha Karua. Very open. if you look at the way the way that camera is, there were two subjects that person was trying to show us. Number one is the fact that someone is talking to Martha Karua at the other end. I think that guy was a hawker, and that is a hawker. And then Martha Karua. So if you just analyze, casual analysis on that video, the person is seated next to Martha Karua, and most probably the co-driver seat. Now, that information is critically important because there is some conclusion we'll arrive at using that first observation. Number two, this person taking that video is clearly spanning the camera to show us Martha Karua is literally the person driving. If you're not shown that wheel, the steering, you will not even still arrive at a decision that Martha Karua is the person who was driving. Then number three, you could actually see that as much as Martha Karua, of course, the person bumped on her and maybe was getting, was just trying to catch up, and he was actually telling her something. But Karua was a bit uncomfortable, and she just spoke to her the last minute, sasa speed off akienda. But in real sense, she also didn't expect, and she's in some sort of a traffic. She's stuck in some sort of traffic. And if Karua is driving, that is very important. If Karua is driving and someone who takes that video is seated next to her, then there can only be one probability. There's one possibility that is a person within her circle. If it is not a family member, an outgoing family member, then it will be a friend who is probably a blogger. And then, for that video to be leaked out, this must be someone close to Martha Karua. And this is what my friend was telling me, that Kevin, for that video to come out, it needs the okay of Martha Karua. Martha Karua is a very strict person, and she knew very well that that video was being taken. Now, I know very well that before that video is leaked out, she must okay it. It did just come from nowhere. Even though I understand that one objective on the other side will be to show how she's down to earth and, she mingles with the people. But that seemed not to be coming out clearly, because if that was the objective, then angeteremsha kio. Then she would have engaged with the other person. But clearly, that was not it. And I tend to believe that maybe there was no planned, maybe it was just abruptly that they just took it impromptu. Then later on, after going home, they realized, oh, there is something we can communicate using this video. Because if Martha Karua wanted to show us that she's down to earth and she's interacting with wananchi, then angeteremsha kio, ata angemongelesha. That guy spoke for some seconds, then Martha Karua kamjibu tu last minute, akaspid off akaenda. Now, it is evident, ladies and gentlemen, that that video was leaked to communicate something. Martha Karua wanted to tell us about the absence of two people. Number one, her security details and maybe a driver. Notwithstanding a position that she's also a person, she can also drive herself. People normally drive themselves. But the mere fact that that video was shared is what attaches a significance to absence of a security person. Why? You may need to find out, but she was also having security details at some point. And even recently, her activity, her presence in Azimio mainstream activities is gone down. She's not with Karua, she's not with Kalonzo, neither with Raila Odinga when Raila Odinga is making the other tours. I understand that there was an understanding that political parties should go and strengthen their own parties. And, we were having some whisper somewhere. I was telling someone that was just a diplomatic way of saying, let's end Azimio for now, we'll come back at the right time. So there is absence of her driver there. And I tend to see, because what would you expect? Where was Martha Karua supposed to be seated? Even not on the co-driver seat, huku nyuma, behind the co-driver, or probably behind the driver. But she literally showed us, I am driving myself. That is by it. Now, I want just looking at that, what do you think? I attribute this clearly to the disappearance of Martha Karua in Azimio la Umoja mainstream activities. The last time Martha Karua was active, and you'll see her in the mainstream activities, was during the protests. And of course that should get the security details of Raila Odinga and all the other MPs and the other leaders who were there, who were entitled to security, should actually get away. But recently, she's been missing in the mainstream Azimio activities. And I want us to look at that keenly. Now, I'm seeing some 4 possibilities why Martha Karua is actually cutting this image. Number 1, I think the NADCO-Costa divide. And that divide, though it was managed, but it was not conclusively managed. And Karua, Kalonzo and Raila maintains that the NADCO has to pass and what is already there. Karua and Uhuru Kenyatta wanted that document to be squashed in total. I also took a very strong stand that that document did not address the main objective why people went to protest. But again, sometimes it's better half a loaf than nothing, because as we speak, there is this process of forming the new IBC. There is a bit of some add-ons here and there. And if the creation of the position of the opposition leader is going to be created, then it's going to accommodate all of them. They will still find our structured way of interacting with the donors and other partners and the state. So there's some, there's some few giveaways in it that probably they will take. But I see the fact that NADCO, and remember, Martha Karua doesn't have any member of parliament in the National Assembly, if I'm not wrong. The NAD Kenya doesn't have any, I think they have MCAs. Number 2, I think Martha Karua seemed to be communicating clearly that is rebranding and might be planning to cut a niche in Mount Kenya through the Kamwene grouping. Kamwene grouping, which is, they say it's an ideology of bringing people together, actually people from the mountain to pursue the Mount Kenya interest, but not really for only elected. It's a platform that's supposed to bring all. Even personally, I think I'm part of that WhatsApp grouping on it. The other thing is, might be heading back to Kirinyaga politics, heading back to governor, something. No matter Anne Waguri is finishing, there is a probability. But then this points out to maybe shrinked funding on this, because if she doesn't have security details provided for by the government, and then probably she has to sort her own security, and that comes an extra budget. And if there is shrinked funding, then she has to go back. But I need to put some NB. I need to put some very good note. One of our subscribers shared with me a video, a photo of a health minister from Sweden, was just seated somewhere waiting just to catch up and walk to work. In many areas, people just go to work. But share with us, what is the experience of elected Lisa? Because here, any person elected in this country, even an MCA, operates like a semi-god. Just to say it may sound like an exaggeration, but that is the truth. Any other person elected, is normally everything. So ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. I also want to, as I celebrate my birthday, I want to thank you. I want to thank you that away from the political analysis, we have also come in for the society in big way. Yes, I initiated this 2 years ago, when I think some few months after I started this podcast. We've really touched lives. I'm so happy. Sometimes when they call back, they say, Kevin, I got this. I gave some women my number. The ones we released, they call back, they say, Kevin, come and say hi, greet us and that. and I'm just a bit touched. So that is it, as we did our project in February, which was discharging 15 women from Mama Lucy Hospital. You're not going to do any project this month. Our next project is in April, and it comes from you. It does come from me. So you share with me, nini nataka tufanye kwa society, especially in your community. And this time around, I want us to do outside Nairobi. So yeah, yata iwe Tamburu, Kilifi, wapi. Share that's something that can impact a need you are seeing in your community. And you think if we come as Team Bold and do it, we shall have really made an impact. And for a group, watu wengi, not one person. Thank you, and let's meet in the next.
Hi guys, so I'm so happy finally the February project is done. I know most of us have been talking about this. We did know it will come to fruition, but I'm in Mama Lucy and I've managed to get 13 out. Yes, I was planning for 7, but who knows, God has another way of doing his own things. That we managed to our to 13, and apart from that, we've also done some food stuff, because you know these guys hawa mama wamekuwa hospitali for long na hawajakuwa wakifanya kazi. So what we decided is whatever has remained, we do some food stuff for them. And I'm just so happy that they are going home, wanted to reunite with the rest of their family. Some have been here for long, so I just want to say thank you on behalf of Bold Charity Network, my family, myself, and everyone. In whatever way you've come through this, nasema santeni sana. These women are out. Now I'll just give 2 or 3 chances. Waseme tu kitu moja. You can just say thank you. Tanzania huyu.
Tumeshukuru. Okay, my name is Oduor. Tumeshukuru kwa kuja kututoa huku. Tumekaa huku for long na the bill was too much yenye hatungeweza ku afford. But Bold Charity Network imekuja ikatutoa na tunasema ni asante.
Naitwa Teresia Wanjiru ama Mama Favor. Nataka kuambia asante kwa sababu bili ilikuwa mob, singeweza kulipa, but kwa ajili ya Mungu ati ni mimi natoka. Asante, God bless you all.
Aya, huyu. Nani mwingine anaweza ongea? Wewe, sio? Sema kitu kama tu asante.
Mimi cha kuwashukuru ni kusema asante kwa Mungu. Tumekuwa huku for a long time. Kama mimi nilidischangiwa on date 15, nikang'ang'ana, nikapata, nikalipa, nikaambiwa nirudi kwa ward. Sai I'm very happy. Niko out, nitaenda sasa kuungana na familia yangu. Asanteni sana.
Mimi naitwa Lydia Chelimo. Bili yangu ilitoka date 16. But singe manage kulipa, but God ameniwezesha nimetoka huku, nitatoka leo. Nimeshukuru sana na nimefurahi.
Yeah, so guys, that was it. I had to give you this confirmation that finally to manage, and may God meet you in the hour of need. I spent 2 days here listening to their stories, and their stories are a testament of how we need to come for the society. For all those who participated in this Bold Charity Network, this was our CSR for the month of February. Akimbarikiwe. We will do this next time. Asanteni sana. I'm more happy than them. Asanteni. Sawa.